career. He's been here, there and everywhere. Fights in Dominican Republic, Italy, of course, the USA, Haiti, training in Miami with Dino Spencer at that 5th Street gym. He's been over there since just before Christmas. And with Nunez, what we will get is a fighter who will look to walk his man down, get into range, and get to work, particularly with hooks. That's what he looks to try and do. Exactly as he's done there. He'll bring some heat to Scardina. He'll try and put it on him. Scardina, for his part, has shown us a good jab in previous fights, and he'll need that.
Yeah, it'll look like he'll need that. Just to steady Nunez up a little bit. I think he's let you know his intentions right for the start, Andy, didn't he? He was straight out, trying to land hooks to the body and head.
That was decent from Scardina, through the uppercut, and then just managed to switch it and ditch one over the top. He'll need that little bit of variety because, as I said, this is exactly what we'll get from Nunez. He had some decent success at times against Feigenbutz. Feigenbutz in the end got him out of there in 8 rounds. Against Berlanga, it didn't work at all because Berlanga caught him with a chopping left hand early as he was on his way in, and he just never recovered from it.
Right, yeah. Well, it looks quite cumbersome. His feet don't move particularly quickly, do they? Looks like the kind of guy that could probably fight him a little square in the corner there for the whole night.
Some good right hands there from Scardina. Just coming in round the back of the guard, and then Nunez just dips his left shoulder and looks to throw a right over the top. Scardina had a good view of that one.
Good straight right hand to the body from Nunez. Mixing up between body and head there. Scardina, hands cupped around the side of his head though, is catching those shots. He's
That's some decent body work there from Scardina, who was showing more willingness to get involved on the inside and up close than he has done really so far in his career, certainly in those 3 fights that we saw in 2019. They were quite cautious with him at times during those contests. Every now and again when the viewing public would probably have preferred to see him step on the gas a little bit, they're encouraging him to keep it on the outside and keep bagging the rounds.
Keep touching his hands. Good. Right hand.
A couple of little uppercuts there from Scardina, then went downstairs with the left. That goes at the end of the first round, and plenty thrown there by both of them. Yep. Most of the quality work was done by Scardina.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, just in terms of the cleaner shots, I think overall you would have to give Scardina that round. Yeah.
Long punches, you're too close.
I know, man.
What do you think?
I can see.
Okay, you can see, but high, low, stick them here. Strong, okay?
Drink some water.
Breathe. Water. Water, water, water. Breathe. Breathe.
Switch the feet there.
Breathe.
To land that right uppercut.
Breathe. Breathe. Relax. High, low. Stiff to the body. Stiff to the body.
It's interesting from the corner because that is what we've generally heard over the last couple of years, that they don't really want him to get too involved on the inside. Dino Spencer, who pretty much runs that 5th Street gym now, he was one of the conglomerate, if you like, alongside Angelo Dundee, who reopened it in 2010. It's actually moved a couple of blocks down 5th Street from its original location on the corner of 5th and Washington, but they've kept the doors open. It was torn down in 1993, but brilliant that they got it back going again, these famous old gyms. It's hard work keeping the doors open for any gym, but fantastic to have that monument still there. Scardina benefiting from training out of there.
Good defense.
Well, Scardina's corner wanted him to keep it a little bit longer, but he told them not to be too concerned because he could see everything. But I can see why they would want him to box long here. He could use a good stiff jab to just steady Nunez up. prevent him from ambling in and loading up on his hooks.
Giro, 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 giro. Giro.
Right hand got through there from Scardina, not absolutely clean, kind of a cuffing punch.
Nunez is the kind of guy as well, you need to get his respect, Andy. You know, you need to let him know that if he's going to walk in, he's going to walk onto something hard. Otherwise, he'll walk in all night. Good body shot there, picked that well.
Tucking up fairly well. Nunez managing just to sneak a couple through there. Scardina return the favour with a double jab.
Keep touching, keep touching, keep touching. Keep touching, keep touching.
Corner just encouraging him to keep popping out that job and that jab rather offset Nunez.
Nunez landed a left hook there. Trade off. It's a good jab to the body. It's a good solid jab. Just steady Nunez up, keep him in the centre of that ring.
This is the first 12 rounder for both of these two. Scardina's been down the stretch a few times. Nunez has done 10. They've both done 10. Nunez twice, Scardina 3 times.
Good defense. Tight. Tight defense. Tight defense. Tight defense. Tight defense.
Did Scardina maybe feel one of those shots there?
I think he did. I think he felt the right hand round the side of the head. Then another one, the straight left hand got through, and Nunez was able just to tee off on him a little bit there. There's a little sliver of blood just coming from above the right eye there, I think, of Nunez. Scardina trying to throw his right hand, and the corner constantly calling for the jab and combinations. They'll know that he is kind of fighting Nunez's fight at the moment. Doesn't mean he can't win fighting Nunez's fight, but he gives Nunez a better chance if that's the road he chooses to go down.
Too close for no reason.
Yeah. No, keep me out. Keep out?
Yeah, keep out.
Eh?
Suju with the right hand, not the left hand.
Okay.
Breathe.
Oh, it might have been that clubbing left hand round the back of the ear.
Okay.
Now, those were his best punches, okay? Because you're too close.
He just looked to grab hold a little bit after
His
that.
best punches, he gave you everything he's got.
That left got through. That was a decent shot.
So I need you to keep your
Nunez
distance.
just trying to manhandle him on the inside.
Suju. No, just Suju long. Long. Suju.
So into the third. The vacant European Union super middleweight title on the line here. Daniele Scardina in the yellow. Cesar Nunez in the black and gold. Good right hand there from Scardina. Just slipped that in around the back of the left glove, which was pretty much up in place there for Nunez.
2-1-1. 2-1-1.
Good jab there for Nunez.
Strong jab as well.
There you go. 2-1-1. 2-1-1. There you go. Do it again.
Well, that's more what the corner want, going up and down with the jab, and then the right hand to the body.
Yeah, but the mistake he is making after that is he's giving ground away after. He has to try and step up on that a little bit, or he's just going to, you know, Nunez is just going to keep walking forward. You've got to try and get his respect. Stop him coming in. You know, this is the only chance that Nunez has got. You've got to take it away from him, you know, quite early.
For the 1-2 there, Scardina, but the gloves are up from Nunez, who again just looks to try and cut off the ring, just inches forward, crab-like at times, crouches, then throws the left hand, the right hand rather.
Good defense, that's it. Touch his chest, touch his chest. Touch his chest, chest. That's it.
Sinks in the 1-2. Nunez, though, keeps coming. A good combination there from Scardina.
Yeah.
Scardina's won those first 2 rounds. He's winning this round so far, but Nunez is rolling on him, rolling forward on him all the time.
You know, he might not have the actual firepower to actually keep Nunez off him. You know, he might not have that actual, you know, the spite and the shots to keep Nunez off. He might have to go about this a long way, you know, Andy, and grind out a points decision by literally outscoring Nunez while he's on the way in, because I'm not too sure that he can put enough powerful shots together to deter Nunez. At this point, it doesn't look like it, but he can certainly win by keeping it long and scoring with that jab.
Nunez again looks to reset and then throw that jab.
Oh,
good left hand there from Nunez. That was a quality shot, and that's hurt him, I think.
Why is it called time? His head wasn't anywhere near him.
Well, the referee has called time there to warn them about the heads coming together. The heads didn't seem in any imminent danger of coming together, and Scardina had just felt one there from Nunez. So that is not a good time for Giovanni Poggi to get in and make a point. I don't think it's made too much difference, but even so, you have to choose your moment as a referee in that situation, I would say.
Twos and move, okay? 2, 1, 1, okay?
And this is interesting because he's won those first 3 rounds for both of us, I think, looking over at your scorecard, Alex.
Don't worry about hitting him hard, hit him a lot.
But he is having some success here, Nunez. These round wins are coming at a bit of a cost. That energy bar of Scardina's is being chipped away at, and this is a 12-round fight. You could see his legs just give a little bit as he landed the left hand. And the head did come up and they did crack together a little bit there, but that's going to happen. It wasn't deliberate.
Cesar? Okay.
Nunez will be relatively confident, I would say, at this stage, that he will just keep doing what he's doing, and that this could, that it will start to have an effect. If Scardina chooses to engage him in the way that he is currently and has been.
Yeah. Clearly not deterred him that much, though.
But there we go, just knocks him back into the ropes. Big left hand there from Nunez. The left got through the guard just before that as well, and he does need to try and get on the outside on that jab, Scardina here, because he's in a little bit of trouble. Stumbled away to his left, almost had a glance at the referee. And Nunez has got the wind in his sails here. Got caught by a decent jab there. That just took him out of his rhythm completely, and that's what Scardina needs to do, because he's had a bad first minute to the 4th so far.
Yeah, I just don't know if he's got the firepower, Andy, to keep him off. That's a good body shot as well from Nunez.
Nice uppercut on the inside there from Scardina. And then a shorter looking right hand. This is better from the Italian.
He looks tired.
I was just going to say,
tired, yeah.
Of the two, it's Scardina who's expending more energy here. Nunez is very, very economical in his movements. Basic, you would say, really, in his approach and in his technique. But he knows what he can do, he knows what he's good at, and he doesn't really deviate from that. It's not been enough when he stepped up in class up until this point, but everybody gets shown their level at some point.
Yeah, his feet are so slow as well, Nunez. That's what's keeping Scardina in here, to be honest with you. If Nunez's feet were a little bit quicker and he could shut down the distance a little bit more and let off some shots, Scardina, I reckon, would be in quite a bit of trouble.
That's it, come on. Keep jabbing, 3 in a row. 3. There you go. Keep boxing.
That was better from Scardina.
Yeah.
Using the jab nicely there. But he's been made to work really, really hard here.
Don't get close. Turn, there you go, turn. Uno, dos.
Yep, he's not comfortable at all, is he?
Nifty bit of work with the right hand there, went to the body, then switched it up into an uppercut. He's had a good final minutes around there, Scardina. It was Nunez's first minute. The middle was fairly even, so not the easiest round in the world to score there. They both had their passages of success, and 4 rounds in, this is...
Now you got the formula. Now you know what to do?
This is an interesting fight.
Don't worry about knocking him out.
No le dejas, mira, todos los asaltos le haces daño. Entonces hay que aprovechar eso. Cuando tío va para atrás, va, derecha abajo, golpes duros abajo, rectos o circulares. Cuando haces la de, mete bien los nudillos.
It's okay to hold. It's okay to hold inside. As you grab his arms, okay? Then turn. Then start punching again. Don't give him the whole ring. Don't back all the way to the other side. Halfway. Don't go all the way to the other side. Halfway. Stay in the middle. Turn in the middle. Turn in the middle. Okay, and the referee don't care about that, so stop talking to the referee. Okay? You do your job. You do your job. Do your job. Box. Let's go box.
That was the conclusion to the round there, where Scardina had some good success. And interesting, we just caught the tail end of what Dino Spencer was saying at the start of that minute between rounds. He was saying to him, now you've got the formula, you know what to do. Don't worry about knocking him out.
Yeah. It's a little bit sharper.
It was. He turned that right hand over nicely off the back of a double jab. Got the distance exactly right.
Yep, nice crisp jab as well.
Referee just having a word there, I think, about a potential low blow from Nunez. Didn't get a great view of that.
It's a little bit better. Scardina's got a second wind.
Again, a good combination there. Double jab right hand, and the right hand didn't get through absolutely clean, but it crashed into the guard, which cannoned into the face and just set him back. Some good body work there from Nunez. Good right to the pit of the stomach there.
Trying to get his own medicine back, That's good body punching there from Nunez.
Keep turn, here you go. Turn, that's it, slip. Turn.
Nice couple of jabs there from Nunez.
Yeah.
Always having his own pockets of success.
Both guys have came to life a little bit in this round. Punch selection there from Scardina, although it never quite landed flush. Left hook, right hand, stepped right through it as well. Trying to feint and create opportunities for himself. At least he's doing a little bit different stuff now. Thinking about different ways he can penetrate Nunez's defence. Nunez clearly physically strong as well. You know, he's not been deterred at all by Scardina's shots.
Scardina looking for that right hand over the top and then just pushing out that left, keeping Nunez occupied. In terms of the kind of balance of the fight, this isn't that different to the fight that Nunez had against Feigenbutz. Stylistically, it's not exactly the same because Feigenbutz is a bigger puncher, but Nunez did have his success. But the fact that Feigenbutz was a bigger puncher meant that Nunez could only do this for so long. He could probably do it for longer against Scardina.
Before he was going to walk onto something, where Scardina doesn't look like he's got the firepower to, you know, to really stop Nunez in his tracks.
And the corner has basically been telling him that he doesn't need to try, he doesn't need to do that. But he's catching him with plenty. Just getting the end swell out on that eye, just below the right eye.
Turn, box. And once you get him on the rope, then you can push in, punch in, okay, when he's back. Okay, sharp, breathe. Dance, dance, baby, dance. Come on. Come on. Come on.
They've had some good super middleweights down the years.
2-1-1.
The Italians, you think about Vincenzo
Yeah,
Nardiello,
Nardiello was good, yeah.
Mauro Galvano from recent times. Giovanni De Carolis won a WBA regular against Vincent Feigenbutz, so I mentioned I was at that fight. De Carolis still in action very much. He's going to box Lerone Richards for the vacant European title soon enough. And that will be a good fight. Two very differing kinds of styles there. De Carolis, a rugged, physical kind of fighter. Richards, a very skillful operator.
Watch your head up. Head. Okay. Tripio.
Oh, nice job.
Don't fall in. Keep your distance.
Nunez is just waiting a little bit too long now to get them off as well.
Damage to that right eye, just worsening a touch. Just did great work with the jab in the first minute of that round, Scardina. Doubling up with it as he did again there, then sending the right hand down the middle, but being quite sparing with the right. Big right hand there, though, from Nunez, and he's just kind of touching his forehead there, Scardina, for a second, and he needs to get those gloves up. He is now. And Nunez had a frustrating start to the round, but all of a sudden he was in business there with that big smearing right hand. And he's in a bit of trouble here, Scardina. There's something not quite right because he's just dabbing to the corner of that eye every now and again as if he's trying to check something. There's no cut there.
Nunez just not able to find the variety in the shots, I don't think.
He needs to step on it here, Nunez, because I think he's got a real chance. There is something wrong here for Scardina. And he manages to turn his man there, though, but he's not really firing.
Turn around. Turn. There you go. Turn.
I don't know if Nunez realises quite what an opportunity he might have in this final minute to make a dent. That's a nice bit of body work, though, from the Italian.
Good body shot there as well from Nunez, but really, he's just not finding the range after he lands a big shot. It's like he doesn't find the variety of shots to open up Scardina, but you know, he's had a good round here. It's the better round he's had for a while. Good body shot there from Scardina.
Nunez plants one right on the belt line into the final few seconds of round 6, so nearly at the halfway point. They're scheduled for 12. Neither of these two have been in a 12-rounder up until this point, and this has been a fairly energy-sapping fight for both of them already.
Nunez had a bit fatigued there as well at the end.
Cheeky little short right hand there at the end of the round from Scardina. That was a tough one, though, for both of them.
I think it's good. You just can't let him in on you. Hold him inside here. Turn around and start firing.
Okay.
It's not sparring. Okay?
So what?
It's not sparring. So hold him, turn around and start punching. But every time you throw the triple jab, it works. Every time. Keep pumping it. Keep pumping it. You can hit him in, relax. You can hit him in the chest. And when you hit him in the chest, the right hand lands and a regular 1, 2, 3. Okay. A regular 1, 2, 3.
And this was just where he got him in a bit of trouble, I think, in that 6th round. He's winning the rounds here, Scardina, but every now and again, Nunez looks like he can really do some damage. He hasn't quite done it yet.
Triple jab and a regular 1, 2, 3.
But it's a possibility. He's got to keep that faith, the Spaniard, that he can indeed do that. That at some point he will get to Scardina. And he's had enough encouragement in the first half from where I'm sitting to make him believe that, to allow him to cling to that, even when we get really deep.
Let's go. Time in, box, triple and a 1, 2, 3. Triple. Triple.
So into the second half of the fight, they're scheduled for 12, as I said, for the vacant European Union super middleweight title. Scardina in the yellow and blue, Nunez in the black and gold.
Triple, triple. Hands up, left hand up. Left hand live.
Nunez will keep coming. This is his style. Looks to try and get onto the inside and then launch those hooks. Was a little bit wild with the left hand there, though, as he did get into reasonable distance. And Scardina just trying to tie him up on the inside. Nunez finds a route through with the uppercut.
Triple. Triple.
Yeah, they want him to stay on the jab, just basically box, stay on the jab and keep Nunez on the outside.
Come on. Come on. Keep dancing, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, there you go, come on. Keep moving.
Double jab and then just managed to pivot on that front foot. Turn Nunez, that's the way to do it here. That's what the corner have been asking for.
Yeah, they don't want him to stop moving. They want him to continually move and pump that jab out.
Nunez feeling that he caught a couple around the back of the head there, just gesturing to the referee. I would probably agree with him.
Yeah.
That's it, come on. Giro gancho, giro. Tripio, get the front hand live.
Yeah, he's using the jab well here.
Stop.
Nunez looks a little bit more tired now, Andy, doesn't he?
Stiff.
Yeah, he gave ground quite easily from that shove, didn't he? And that's the kind of little thing that can really encourage a fighter. Scardina might see that reaction and take heart from that, that maybe physically he can just bully him a little bit when they get close up in those clinches, grab hold of him like his trainer was saying and wrestle him to the ropes, lean on him a bit, take some energy out of him that way without really having to fight on the inside.
Oh, it's a heavy body shot.
Very solid. You could hear that one echoing around ringside.
There you go. Turn. Grab him.
Want to make sure the elbow's in the way of those. Wants to get off those ropes as well. Scardina has done a really good job this round. He's just keeping it long behind his jab. A good, nice, stiff jab, double and trebling it up.
There you go. Speed. Piccolo veloce. Uno, due.
Good round for Scardina there.
Good finish to the round there from Scardina. Nunez not too far from his own corner, just trudges back, and Scardina just feeling the back of his head slightly.
Yeah, it's great. When you're boxing, you're great. When you stay still, if he comes here, don't push him. Hold him and turn him around, and then start boxing again. Breathe. The triple jab, the double jab, the triple jab. 2-1-1. All behind the jab, okay? You hear me? Okay.
Take off the mask.
Take off the mask? Okay.
Nice left hook then, just slipped off to his left.
Fast jabs. When you get him in the corner, don't power. Pop. Let's go 8 rounds. Come on, let's pick it up. He's dying over there. Look, he's dying over there.
Yeah, I thought Nunez looked a little bit more tired than he has. Yeah, that's a certainty. That jab will do it to you. Threw so many jabs in that round, Andy.
So into the 8th. Scardina winning the rounds here, winning every round so far, you would have to say. Nunez, as I've been saying, has had his pockets of success, and a couple of times has looked like he's got Scardina in a bit of trouble, but hasn't really been able to ram that advantage home. Nice variety on the jab there from Scardina. Down to the midsection, up to the head, back down again.
Good defense, step and jab. Good defense, turn. Speed. Suju.
Little clip round the back of the ear there, for good measure.
That's a crisp jab again there from Scardina. Left hand to the body and then a couple of nice looking jabs. Nunez continues to dip at the waist, drop that head and try and get in close, but he's being fed a steady jab of straight left hands and has been for quite some time now. Good right hand there from Scardina, just set his feet and really put some meat on that hand again. And he's just beginning to bust Nunez up a little bit. You see some blood there coming from the nose. Love the uppercut there from Scardina. And the gum shield has come out there. It's Nunez's, so that gets him a little bit of a break. But this is a good round from Scardina. He's just clicking through the gears a little bit here.
Keep touching, keep touching. Don't let him close you. Get away. Turn.
Well, Nunez looks so tired now.
He does. That battery has run down quite quick, hasn't it, over the last couple of rounds?
Does Scardina have the firepower, though, Andy, to just finish it off?
Well, there was this stage of the fight where Feigenbutz got the stoppage because Nunez just kept walking onto those punches. As I said, Feigenbutz a stiffer puncher, a bigger puncher than Scardina, but the accuracy of Scardina here is good, and
good job.
He's getting more power on those shots as the fight goes on. He's still moving nicely, but he's just digging those toes in a bit more.
Oh, good punch picking there, good body shot.
That's really good boxing from Scardina.
Yeah, that was impressive.
And Nunez just taking a lot of punishment here. Now the referee could maybe step in. He could maybe step in here, and he does. He waves it over, and that's a good bit of officiating. And that is a really good finish from Scardina. He began to get to his man in the previous round, raised the temperature and turned the screw, and Nunez is upset with that stoppage. And whilst I disagreed with the one we saw in the previous fight, I don't disagree with that one because he was unraveling and he was in trouble. He wasn't quite defenseless, but not far off it. There was nothing coming back. That's the key ingredient there, really. He was being hit accurately and hard and continually. It's as simple as that. There wasn't anything coming back, and when you do that as a fighter, you force the referee to make a decision. The only thing really that Nunez could have done there was take a knee. And buy himself some time, but that's a very, very difficult thing to think of doing when you're in the heat of battle, I would imagine. It's the kind of thing that's really easy for me to say.
He was also really unsteady and ambling around quite badly as well, so.
No, it's a good stoppage, that.
Yeah.
It's the accuracy. Just so many of these are getting through.
We just said the round previous as well that Nunez did look like he was starting to slow down a little bit. I mean, he's not the fastest guy out there anyway, but you could see a little bit of just like a little bit, he drained. There was just not the same energy, not the same zip in his shots either. And he kind of came undone at the end, didn't he, for being such a solid guy.
He did. It happened quickly, and that's a good performance from Scardina. He's been out of the ring for a long time. We're not saying Nunez is any kind of a world beater, but he took care of business there.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Giovanni Poggi calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 55 seconds of round number 8. Your winner by TKO and the new European super middleweight champion, Daniele King Toretto Scardina!
So Scardina becomes the new European Union super middleweight champion, and we were saying at the start, Alex, that we felt he needed to show us something, show us that he's come on in the gym in the time that he's had out of the ring, and I think he did that because, as I said, we're not painting Cesar Nunez out to be some kind of beast of the super middleweight division here. He is what he is, but he's a tough fighter. He comes forward, and Scardina landed a lot of good, hard, solid, accurate punches. I think that's really good matching. I think that's the kind of fight that he really needed.
Yeah, he probably did at this stage, yeah. And, you know, his inactivity as well, you've got to take into account. But yeah, he did show a little bit more of what he, you know, what he has in the past. I think we really need to wait to, you know, he goes up a level again before we can kind of like judge him on, you know, these performances. His jab was fantastic tonight. He doubled and trebled it all night. He boxed to instruction, which was very impressive as well. He basically done everything his corner was shouting to him to do.